And tonight is Pride Night at Arena Stage, and there's a free pre-show reception ahead of the stage performance of We Are Gathered. That show runs now through June 15th. And joining us today is event host Rayceen Pendarvis and moderator Benjamin Coy. Great to have you both join me today.
Thank you for having us.
So before we get to the special night at Arena Stage, your reflections on World Pride. How'd it go?
It was amazing. It was everything you expected. I met so many people from all over the world, Germany, Iceland, Brazil, so many amazing people, and they were just so happy to be here and celebrate Pride in the way of the 50 years of Pride itself. What a joy, what a blessing, what an honor.
Absolutely, I agree. I needed that. It was a great reminder that community is so important, but most of all that Pride is a protest, and it is a form of resistance to remind folks that we're here, we're not going anywhere, and we'll continue to be in our queer joy as much as we can. And
that takes me to my next question, because I know that Pride is deeply rooted in protest when it comes to its history. This year, it seems like you went back to your roots with that. Tell me the importance of keeping the energy and the enthusiasm that we saw for this global celebration, pushing forward for the rest of the year and going forward.
Listen, it was, again, I said it's a reminder, it is everything, and it's the importance of that. Excuse me, could you say your question one more time?
What is the work? How do folks who have all that energy and excitement right now, how do they direct that energy to be active in the community, to promote some of the change that the community is fighting for?
I think it's about finding where you plug into the movement, finding what makes sense for you. Not everyone is a protester on the streets marching with the megaphones. Not everyone is showing up and showing out. Folks are sending their funds. Folks are posting on social media. Folks are raising their voice in the boardroom. Wherever you feel comfortable speaking out, that is where you should. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take us a collective to get to collective liberation.
And Rayceen, you've seen so much. Where do you see us in history when you look back at 50 years and where we are today, some of the current day fights? Do you feel like we are still progressing, or are we taking steps back?
Well, we've come a long way. At one point, growing up and being a person who has seen every movement from the very beginning till the present day, I think about how folks of my persuasion could be jailed, institutionalized, killed, just for the fact of living their truth. So to stand and see all that we've accomplished 50 years later, it makes me feel proud of the work that we do, on the shoulders of which we stand. The work must continue. We have marriage equality. We're able to exist and live and raise our children, but yet in the climate that we're in, that we're facing so many obstacles, it's still, we all must come together. Allyship is important. Having this conversation and a dialogue with you, it allows folks to see us as human and experience the joy of love, fellowship, and the importance of allyship.
So despite the attacks the community has come under, you still take a 30,000-foot view and see this as progress.
We've come a long way, 100%. But the fight must continue.
Yes.
It must continue. We must organize, we must strategize, we must come together, and we must have what we have here, intergenerational communication.
That's what it takes.
And that's what it takes.
And let's talk about Arena Stage. That is a very special place in our city's history, in fact, known for its inclusivity. What does it mean to use this space? Has Pride ever occupied that space before?
Well, Arena Stage has been a shining example of how the arts merges with the community and how arts is a form of liberation. This particular play, We Are Gathered, speaks to the experience of what it is to be a modern day person living in your LGBT authentic self. The joy and how it celebrates marriage, how at every performance they marry someone. How joyful is that? So art is a form of liberation. 100%. Arena Stage, with all that we've gone through and how the Kennedy Center has shut things off and closed us and kind of pushed us out, we have spaces like Arena Stage that welcomes us, that affirms us, that celebrates who we are. So tonight is so important.
Well, this sounds like it's going to be an amazing conversation. Anything else that you both want to add?
I'll just add that, again, It is important to show up. It's important to show out. Please join us today at Pride Night at Arena Stage. We have the vendor showcase happening at 4. We have a panel at 6 p.m. that I'll be moderating and that Rayceen will be on as well. And of course, we want you to stay with us for the show at 7:30 p.m. You can go on Arena Stage's website and use Pride 20 to get some discounted tickets. But please make sure you. Yes, it's a great discount. So please make sure you join us and make sure you continue to support queer art, queer history, queer storytelling, because it's so important, especially what we're in now, to keep amplifying those voices.
Benjamin and Rayceen, thank you both
for
joining us. We'll be right back.